Hello everyone, my name is Alex. Um, I recently study in English, Phước Hưng, and I'm in a IELTS class. And recently, we have many day offs, and also I have a lot of homework in school. But I'm going to do this video about my homework about the topic is like how to keep yourself and the community safe from epidemic crisis. Um, okay, what I'm going to talk about today is how to keep yourself safe from that, and I'm going to divide this talk like in two parts. One is first will like looking at the new virus, just the name of corona and what is it, and then we will go on to the virus situation, or how bad it is and how we're preventing it. Okay, to begin, I start with the virus. In December of 2019, there was a cluster of pneumonia cases in China. Investigation found that it was caused by a previously unknown virus, now named 2019 novel coronavirus. In this video, we'll take a quick look at what currently know about the virus. Keep in mind, this virus is a new virus, and what's known about the virus now might change in the future. So, coronavirus are the large group of viruses. They consist of a core of genetic material surrounded by an envelope of protein spikes. This gives this appearance of a crown, like crown. Crown in Latin is called corona, and that's how the virus get the name. There's a different type of coronavirus that's called respiratory and sometimes gastrointestinal system. Respiratory symptom can range from the common cold to pneumonia, and it's most people the symptom tend to be mild. But however, there's some type of coronavirus that can cause severe disease. This includes severe acute respiratory syndrome, corona, that called SARS, like SARS-CoV, identified in China in 2003, and the other one is Middle East respiratory syndrome, coronavirus called MERS-CoV, is MERS-CoV. That was the first identified in Arabia in 2012. The 2019 coronavirus that was first identified in China in 2019 incidentally occurred in a group of people with pneumonia who've been associated with like seafood and animal market in Wuhan. And the disease has since spread from the sick to others, including family member and healthcare staff. There's many cases that present as has spread within China and other countries. So where did the virus come from? It's known what is the coronavirus circulates in a range of animals. Sometimes these viruses can make the jump from animal to humans. This is called a spillover and could be due to the range of the factor, such as mutation in the virus of increases between human and animal. For example, MERS, um, MERS corona from camel and SARS corona from civet cats. The animals reservoir of the 2019 coronavirus is not known yet. It's not we don't know the animal of it yet, but the scientists had already suggested that uh, the novel corona of 2019 originally came from bats, and proposal based on the similarities of its genetic sequence of those of other known coronavirus. But the virus was probably transmitted to by human by other animals. Okay, how? How is transmitted? The exact dynamic of how the virus transmitted is yet to be determined. What's that? In general, respiratory is usually transmitted through droplet created when an infected person cough or like sneeze or through something that had been contained with the virus. More people most at risk of infection from who are caring of people who are infected with the virus, such as family member, a healthcare worker, or yeah. We talk about the new virus just appeared named Corona, and what is it? We have talked, yeah. And so let's move to the symptom or the nice diagnosis and how bad is it? And how does the disease present? Well, from what I know so far, there's like could be a number of symptoms ranging from mild to severe. There can be fever and respiratory symptoms such as cough and shortness of breathe. In more severe case, there's been pneumonia, kidney failure, and death. So I'm very sad to say that until now, on February 8 of 2020, there's like 34,000 or like almost 35,000 cases of coronavirus, which is only 6,000, but in severe condition. Well, the number of death is 7 to 725 people now, and the number of recovered is only 2,300. The second is, how can we tell someone infected? Well, the infection can be diagnosed with the test known as PCR or polymerase chain reaction. This test identifies the virus based off its genetic and fingerprint. Yeah, and there's currently no medication or virus treatment is supported care. There's currently no vaccine to protect from the virus. Treatment and vaccine are in development. The question is, people around the world, how's the world react to this crisis? Is I don't really know much about people around the world react to this crisis, but in my country, some of them is like calm and still enjoy their holiday, and they don't even care about why is it, and how dangerous is it. But some of them, the other one, are very strictly about their food, hygiene, and the cleaning stuff. Everybody wearing mask and everywhere on the road, office, school, even the center, even their house. Everybody using like alcohol-based hand rub every single time they touch something. I mean, that's good, but I think it's a bit kind of overreacting. So yeah, how do we prevent? Another question is like, how do we prevent transmission from the virus? Um, this new virus currently has a limited geographic spread. However, there are a number of standard hygiene practices that have been recommended to protect against the infection and further spread. These include covering your mouth and nose with a medical mask or tissue or even your flexed elbow. Avoid close contact with those who are unwell. Basically, avoid sick people. And the appropriate of using mask, personal protective equipment, especially in the health care setting, washing hands regularly with soap and water, or like I said before, alcohol based and hand rub, and action that can be taken to prevent infection from animal source includes like avoiding unnecessary contact with animal, like washing hand after contact with animals or animal products, and ensuring animal products are cooked thoroughly before they consume. Like cook your food. I mean it, cook it. And it's important to stay home if you're feeling unwell. But if you have fever, cough, or like difficult to breathe, the breathing, you definitely should gonna seek medical care early. And if something happened and you need to share your previous travel, like previous travel where you go, the travel history with your healthcare provider. Um, yeah, and there's one more question, that what are the most important things to help community overcome this crisis in my opinion? Well, in my point of view, is the most important thing to help the communities overcome this crisis is are the follow the rules of who WHO, World Health Organization. Yeah, and maybe stay calm if anything happen. Don't panic. Okay. Oh, there's one more question. When do you think this crisis will come to an end? Well, if this crisis to come to an end, it's due to the fact that we already found the cure and the vaccine to prevent the virus. But to summarize all the so far, the scientists estimate that only 1%. I heard that only 1% of wild animal and plant disease are known. That means, oh, seriously, that means there's a many disease we still don't know about it. And the way to prevent these disease is like to respect the nature and the environment, not to destroy forests, and like to trade, to raise or eating wild animals. Should we try to protect nature, biodiversity, ecosystem service that we are enjoying in it, or just like destroying nature to build factory or industrial park. Is it all depends on our choice of each person in this world. Well, I just read one thing in the internet that this is just kind of a Pandora box. They say, remember, the Pandora box, once open it, cannot be closed. Thank you.